You became a coach to lead, but somewhere along the way, you became a help desk. Here's how you know. Imagine for a second you turned off your funnel, locked the front door. How long before your revenue collapses? Every high-ticket coach is going all in on AI to solve their growth problems. More content, digital clones, fast cash for easy scale. But if AI were the complete solution, you'd already be happy with your bottom line growth. And why are you still slammed? Best operators are 2 steps ahead. Yes, they are installing AI, but they also see the complete picture. They are responding by future-proofing themselves with something that AI will never be able to do. When you look beyond the benefits, you'll see that AI is doing nasty things to undermine your revenue. You're already seeing the downstream impacts. Look at your cost to acquire new clients. CAC is increasing industry-wide, roughly 60% over the past 5 years. Customers need way more from you to trust you enough to buy. Cost per lead's up, sales cycles up to 3 times longer. These trends are not going away. We're in a market where anything can happen. What if your sales team stopped converting? Leads dried up, emails all got stuck in spam folders. Here's what you have to remember. You're not the only one using AI to enhance your offer. This technology is being weaponized by your competitors. It's in your clients' hands too. That means your service, your intelligence, the results you deliver, the thing that you get paid for, is quickly becoming a commodity. Your offer is less valuable than it was yesterday and will be even less valuable tomorrow. And your clients are quietly weighing up whether they still need you anymore or whether they should just ask Claude for help. Smart coaches are not living it up to chance. They're pulling a second lever. It's inside your business right now. Think about it this way. If churn doubles, revenue halves. If you halve churn, revenue doubles. If you're wasting your time and energy going through the grind of getting new clients, if you're just pouring expensive newly converted customers into a leaky bucket. The moment you plug the leaks, you start securing consistent compounding growth. And you can plug it without being at the mercy of algorithm gods. I'm talking about something that AI is eroding, but will never be capable of replacing. Human connection. The human edge that makes your business more valuable, impossible to copy, and always able to bounce forward, even when the months in your sales funnel aren't working. If you're hitting 30 to 100K months, you've learned a sales system. You structure your conversations and follow certain principles to make getting business inevitable. It's a different mindset, but I show you how to follow other principles to retain business. To prove the point, I recently did this for 40 strangers in Sydney. It took less than 12 minutes to create a high trust environment and experience that got results for every person in the room. Let me make this concrete. If you've got 50 clients at 20K a year and 11 churn, that's $220,000 gone. 0 recovery. But inside a thriving community, those 11 stay. They refer with no cost of acquisition. Your best clients see results fast, feel part of something, and start asking, hey, what's next? That's when you move them into your premium tier. 6 or 7, paying 35 or 40K instead of 20, that's another 220K. You're not just replacing revenue, you're compounding it. Same client, same work, just designed differently. But the AI threat isn't the only thing working against you. There's a design flaw inside your business. It's been draining you long before AI showed up. How do I know? Every coach's origin story is the same. We've all been taught to scale the same way. Let me play it out for you. You started because you wanted financial freedom, flexibility, and impact. You discover, hey, I've got a superpower, and you start coaching. But superheroes, they get trapped. Superman has to keep flying or the world doesn't get saved. The moment there's kryptonite, a bad month, health scare, family emergency, the whole thing stops. And that cape gets heavier the further you fly. One-on-one, you create real value. But your revenue is capped by hours. So you move to one-to-many delivery. You're still capped, just with more people looking at you for all the answers. Every breakthrough you give them is one step closer to them not needing you anymore. When you're outlearned, value stops, connection thins, and they leave. You chase new business to fill the gap, and the cycle never ends. You've created a model with an expiry date baked into it. But there's a model with no ceiling. Think about how many times this week a client messaged you with a problem you've already answered. That's not coaching. That's a help desk. A great coach doesn't carry every answer. A great coach asks the question and lets the answer emerge. When community is designed properly, you stop being the ceiling. You become the catalyst. Your clients create value for each other, referrals compound, no one wants to leave. My solution isn't a surface level Slack channel or another failed Facebook group. It's a way of showing up, a set of behaviors you embed into every conversation, every session, every touch point. The platform's irrelevant. The experience is everything. I know this works. I spent over a decade perfecting it for billion-dollar enterprises, government and tech companies. I transformed an organization with 3,500 people and a balance sheet of 37.3 billion euro. And here's what I learned. You've seen X-Men, right? Here's how community leadership creates leverage at scale. Professor X can literally melt minds with a simple thought. But instead, he built a school, a learning environment that feels like home, a community that scales his impact and grows without him having to be in every room. He's not in every X-Men comic because he doesn't need to be. That's what we build together. It's called the Lead with Community system. Here's exactly what we do over 90 days. First, we shift your perspective. We start by diagnosing why your clients don't stay, why you're carrying too much, where you're leaking revenue. I use my 4 buckets framework to make it completely visible. By the end of this phase, you know exactly what needs to change and in what order. No guessing. Then we spark the movement. We get crystal clear on your vision, bring the right people into the room, and co-create a manifesto, a shared direction that tells everyone what they're part of and why they belong. This is where the momentum starts. You're not doing this alone anymore. Then we spread the change. This is when we embed community into the actual delivery of your offer. Every conversation, every session, every touch point. Your clients start creating value for each other instead of depending on you for every single breakthrough. You stay the expert, you just stop being the only source of momentum. Finally, we scale what works. We measure what's compounding, strengthen what's creating the most impact. We make sure your best clients are going deeper, not walking out the door. By the end of 90 days, you have a business that grows beyond your personal bandwidth. So if a customer chose to leave, it would actually hurt. Every step of the way, I'm with you. Each of my clients gets access to me through weekly open coaching sessions. You bring your biggest bottleneck and we solve them together and the system keeps moving. You can choose how closely you want me involved. There's 3 levels: core, deep, or deep transformational. In the deep partnerships, I actually come inside your business, observe how you deliver, and give you direct feedback. So there's absolutely no guesswork. We'll find the right fit on our call. Before I tell you what I guarantee, let me tell you what this actually looks like in the real world. One of my clients told me he'd fallen in love with his business again. He realized he'd been serving his customers like he worked in a deli, handing out tickets, answering one problem at a time, next, waiting for the next person to step up. He now shares his manifesto as part of his onboarding process. And his clients fall in love from the first moment they join the movement. There's Alan and Diana, design coaches. When we met, they had a meetup in Sydney called Think Visual. They had a dream of creating a movement. They now lead the largest visual thinking meetup in the world. It's gone global. They completely own the category. Same system, different businesses, same exponential results. A community which grows beyond what any one person could carry alone. I back this up with 2 guarantees. First, every conversation we have produces a breakthrough, or I give you more of my time until it does. Second, in 90 days, you stop being the sole source of every breakthrough in your business. We measure it. If the scores don't move, we keep working until they do. Now, I don't expect you to invest in a 90-day transformation program on a whim. That's why I'm giving you phase 1, 14 days of my support before you invest a single dollar. If I don't create the shift so you find the leaks in your business, in those first 2 weeks, we stop. No harm, no foul. Platform is irrelevant. The experience is everything. The leak in your business doesn't fix itself. Every month you wait is another month of your clients walking out the door, burning your time, impact, and your cash. Click the button below, book your clarity call, and I'll show you exactly where your leaks are and how to put phase 1 in motion. I'm Adam Bauer, the Community Leadership Coach, and I'll see you on the call.